Welcome to Team Perry's Step Out of Line podcast, featuring co-hosts Perry and Lori Finkelstein. Together, they explore, meet, and share inspirational stories with guests who have made a positive impact in today's world. This podcast resonates with our hope to make this world a better place one step at a time through love, acceptance, and uplifting conversations.
Everyone had an interesting year in 2020, but we like to look at it as, what actually brought us together closer as a family rather than apart where the world was, we were all struggling at some point. But within 2020, we moved from Houston here to Windermere, Florida. We got married in 2020. Our wedding was canceled, but we didn't let that stop us from getting married. We had a very small, intimate wedding, just the two of us and 10 of our family members. So we still was able to say our vows. And then we also started this business in 2020. So with all the things that could have been a barrier or stopped us from, pursuing our dreams and buying a house and getting married, we worked our way around it, which I thought was amazing considering all the barriers that the whole world, was facing that year.
Right. I think most people learned how to pivot, and being like I'm older than all three of you put together, I found it really hard to do. As you get older, change is hard, and it's hard to see things differently than what you perceived it to be. But I think once you learn how to do that, it just makes everything so much easier. And I'm still learning. I still, have a problem with that. How did you guys meet?
College internship. And I would say it's weird because the internship that I ended up going with where I met her was the last one on my list.
Mine too.
Oh.
It was one that I was like, all right, if I have to go there, I'll go. But yeah, our stars aligned and we ended up meeting there, and our first date was at Applebee's.
Yep.
And right down the block. And actually when we got married, after our intimate reception, we actually ended up going back to Applebee's and taking pictures there with our masks on because,
But decked out I was in my wedding gown and he was in his tuxedo, and everyone was like, oh my gosh, this is so cute.
What did you do before you finished your job?
So I have my master's degree in social work. So when I used to live on Long Island, I did home visits for Hope for Youth. And they kind of really help struggling families, and especially teens and younger adults who are just about to get a probation officer, to really kind of rehabilitate their family style and get back on track. And so I did that for a while. Then I also did home visits and home care with Gerwin Nursing Home there on Long Island. And I helped people with their Medicaid and Aetna issues that they were. Once we moved to Houston, I used my degree in another sense where I was doing college counseling for a small charter high school in Houston. And then once I moved here to Florida, being that we were in the crazy world of 2020, I said, what can I do working from home? So I was doing a health coach job with the company called Noom, and I really loved it there. And I had no intentions on leaving, but we just kind of started blowing up here with our business. And so I felt like I was being pulled in two directions and staying up till 2 a.m. trying to do full-time Noom and full-time shopping was wearing me down. So we kind of made the decision. It was not an easy one, but we made the decision that it was time to give it a go and see what happens. And we're fortunate enough to be able to do so.
So one of you is still working full time though in a regular 9-to-5 job.
Yes. So I have my bachelor's degree in criminal justice, and before the pandemic, I was doing public speaking and helping non-for-profits raise funds for their needs, specifically the Catholic Church. I work for a private company who works with Catholic Church in helping them raise funds for their own local projects. But once the pandemic started, they shifted me to a social marketing with parishes, with local Catholic churches. And then it also helped me out because I do the same for our business. So I do the social marketing aspects, the pictures, the live streams, and all that stuff.
My cameraman.
Right. So I must tell you, Perry, we love watching Netflix. We love, baseball TV. But when you do a live stream, everything goes off. And I can't even like communicate with her anything besides just like throw food in front of her to eat because she has to watch you guys and see where you're going. So you came up with this idea so perfectly in 2020 when nobody was traveling and going anywhere of how can you bring Disney into people's homes? Because if you're a Disney fan like we are, you can close your eyes and see yourself walking through those stores and where everything is. I mean, that's part of like the Disney experience for me, is going to the stores and the shops and looking, not even buying most of the time, just looking and feeling and seeing. And you really miss out on that when you don't get to do that. So the two of you are like fairy godmothers who could do that for us. And we wish we were with you on every trip. I wish I was, in, the Disney stores and the hotels and everything, but you bring it into our homes. And sometimes you find pretty good deals also when you're going to the outlet centers as well. And that's exciting. And Perry and I were like, how come we didn't know about that store? Where were we? Why didn't we ever hear of this warehouse? And it's just making us very angry. But so the two of you came up with this idea. And you're bringing Disney into people's homes and you're getting everything that they need. And you have, I know our friend Danielle Monero from Z100, it loves you. And she introduced you to Perry. Right, by accident, because she is a huge Disney villain freak, which we know, and we're more of the princess. It's just so much fun. And you seem to be loving your new job, the two of you, even though you have 9 jobs now, both. But you seem to be loving your work. And I think that's so important to really love what you do. And you're excited by it. And you bring that excitement to everybody as well. So, I mean, how did you come up with this, Nicole? I think you were the brains behind this.
I was slightly the brain. So when we were living in Texas, there was this pair of Mickey overalls that I really wanted, and they were not on Shop Disney, and I got super upset. So I said, let me go on Facebook and, see if anyone can get them for me at the park. So I went on one of the local Disney groups, and I posted a picture of them, and I said, hey, does anyone know how I can get these? They're not on Shop Disney. And they were like, why don't you contact a personal shopper? So I said, okay, I don't know what that is, but I'll try. And I contacted a few people, and a lot of them were like, yeah, it'll be like $150 to get these pair of overalls. And I was just like, ooh, maybe I'll just wait till next time. And so when we moved down here, I said to him, I feel like there's something there that we can do, but we can make it our own and we can make it different, and we can make sure that people aren't paying those eBay prices or those reseller prices, because part of this, of course, it is our business, but it's also us wanting to be able to share the magic with everyone. And so we're also not looking to just be sellers. We want you guys to see what we're doing on a daily basis. We want you to be part of, our ice cream trips at Disney Springs, or come along with us to the resorts. And I think that's kind of where we kind of are separate from other sellers or personal shoppers, is that we want you guys to experience it with us.
And we do. We do.
And we like interacting with you. So we had tried doing it like pictures at first, and you guys just send us screenshots of what you want via our posts and pictures. But as soon as we started doing the lives and we started being able to interact with everyone while on live, it just became a lot more fun for us.
An experience overall.
Yeah, it's an experience. And so, yes, we are, of course, running our business, and we're still trying to get everyone, the products and everything that they want. We also crave that time with our viewers and our followers, where we're able to have a good time with you or show you something you want to see and take personal requests while we're there. And he has always loved like photography and stuff. So I think, I don't know, you can speak to that, how
I've always just loved and enjoyed editing videos, creating videos, all that fun stuff that goes on behind the scenes with social marketing. And before the pandemic, I wasn't given that opportunity with my job to a degree once the pandemic happened.
Right.
So then I just said, like, I love this stuff, and now I finally get to do it full time. And now with Nicole and in the business, it's like, okay, now I can do it double as much and still enjoy it, and for fun. Exactly.
Right. And for fun.
Through it as well.
Yeah, you definitely hear the excitement when you do live feeds in your voices when you find something. And I come into Perry's room and half the time she's giggling. Like, oh my God, he just found this and he was screaming over it. Like it's you could tell you're excited and you bring the excitement to people who are watching. And like I'm thinking of like so many people who love Disney who can't get there, who would love to like see what you have going on. So where can people find you? On Instagram, Facebook?
So we are most active on Instagram at Shop Minnie Mart. We do have a Facebook page, which we do check occasionally. We started there on Facebook actually, but the traction just wasn't as much as Instagram.
Right.
So although it's still active, also Minnie Mart Shopping Services is on Facebook. We do most of our videos and content, and we respond faster on Instagram.
Okay. And you're an LLC, I noticed as well, which is awesome.
So that happened this year. And we said, hey, in January, if this ever, becomes something big, something that you can move full time to, let's at least be prepared. Let's do our due diligence, pay taxes and all that fun stuff. This way, when we're big, we're not going back and backtracking.
I was thinking, you don't want to do that.
And
we couldn't believe in just a few months, we're like, all right, let's do this full time.
That's great. Have you had any feedback from Disney at all, or does anybody ever ask you while you're, flying through the stores and doing what you do best? Is any store person coming over and saying, guys, what are you doing? What are you filming? Or it's just like, they know you already. They like, whatever.
I think the Character Warehouse knows us a bit now. Yeah, it's a lot smaller and there's only 2 locations. But as far as property goes,
I think there's a lot of bloggers, a lot of people that do that kind of stuff. So when they see people with the camera and live streaming, I think it's just something that
they don't really think anything of it. But we have had someone at the Character Warehouse recently, a customer. He was going to show, I think, the Moana mugs. And this woman was like, is he on live? And I was like, yeah, I think so. She was like, oh, let me get out of your shot. So she ran away. But no one's really said anything cast member wise to us because so many vloggers are there doing Disney food vlogs and just merchandise in general. So I don't really think they think much of it. He did have one person, again, a customer, where were we? Was it
Days of Christmas?
The Christmas store, who I wasn't next to you, so I'm not quite sure what they said.
So he said, oh, are you live streaming? I said, yeah. And she's like, oh, what's your Instagram or your social media? So I gave him my social media. He's like, oh, are you Lewis and Nicole? I was like, yeah. He's like, all right, I'm going to follow you guys. So it was the first time. Hopefully we get more of that.
Yeah, that'd be cool.
There.
That would be cool. I think you will get a lot more followers. So I'm thinking your business is going to grow. You're going to have to hire more people because, while, you're growing as a business and you probably be growing as a family, in the future, hopefully, and life is going to get busy. You're going to have this full-time business and you're going to have to hire people to help you. But you should only have that problem, as they say, right?
We have discussed it a little bit.
Well, currently I'm an intern. So.
Yeah, he's my intern right now. But actually, my parents live in New York still, where we're originally from Long Island.
Mm-hmm.
And she's always joking with me, I just want to take a week off of work and come down and shop with you. I'll just be your intern.
And I think you've had a lot of friends and families say that.
I've had a lot of friends and family who are like, I just want to go on an adventure with you for a day. Take over your Instagram page for just a day. And I'm like, why not? But realistically, if we continue to grow at the rate we've been growing, we are gonna need some help. There have been a couple of pages that have reached out to our followers and tried to, I guess, coach them per se, which is okay.
Right.
There's room for everyone. But we do like to, right now at least, make it known that as of right now, it's just the two of us. So we're not affiliated with any other page. So if someone does come knocking on your DMs or following you, hoping for a follow back, we did not send them. They're not part of us. And if we ever do grow, we'll definitely let everyone know who's coming onto our team so that, you know, we want everyone to be able to have the same experience that we have with our users. So if our team grows, they're going to have that same relationship with our users that, you know, we have.
That's good to know. So I got to tell you, we're still looking for kitchen doorknobs. If you ever see them, you can't find them anywhere. I think when we were in Disney, maybe it was a 10-year ago visit. More than that, and now they're falling off, but I'm crazy gluing on because they're like Mickey hands and I love them. They're like heavy pewter stuff. We'll just keep you moving until you find it. What is the strangest request you've ever gotten so far of somebody looking for something besides the kitchen knobs?
I mean, I guess it's not very strange, but people ask us to send them Rice Krispie treats a lot. The Mickey shaped ones.
Right.
And we're more than happy to do so, but we are also just kind of like, you could always get Rice Krispies at the store.
It's not the same. You know, it's not the same. No,
Yeah,
it's different.
I know.
But it's so much fun to watch you guys take us through the parks and take us through the stores and the hotels that we haven't really been to the Disney hotels. Like
not accessible.
Right. Some of them aren't so accessible. How wheelchair tear aisles down.
And then also the aisles are so small too.
Right.
Sometimes it's hard for us to maneuver. And we have Rolly now, our little cart that has joined our team.
Smart.
And so me and Rolly are trying to get around, and even sometimes I have trouble navigating that. So I can see how that could be, you know, a definite barrier. Not only are we doing this because we love it and it's our baby and it's our business, but we love this. We love that everyone else that's watching us is enjoying it.
As much as we are.
We love getting the pictures of everyone opening their magic mail and their happy mail and seeing, you know, a little baby get his Kevin plush. We posted that on our review section and our highlights, and just seeing a 1-year-old's face light up because he got a Disney toy, like that's really the reasoning why we said, okay, this is what we want to keep doing.